A very good and happy Wednesday morning to everyone out there. Thanksgiving Eve, is it? Landon here with you to bring you your latest weather or not forecast courtesy of On Target. Let's get a look at the ongoing weather situation, folks, because we are in a transition phase as we work throughout the day. We got wobbles outlined with a bright, hot pink star there for you this morning. You can take a look. We've got deepening area of low pressure located right over here near the confluence of southwestern Kansas, the panhandle of Oklahoma, right across eastern portions of Colorado and New Mexico as well. Now, this thing is going to continue to deepen and take down a southeastward track and then end up slicing right through the heart of the Wobbles community as we work into our Thanksgiving holiday. Now, you can see all the moisture streaming out along and ahead of this weather maker. Winds are going to remain out of the south and west as we work throughout the day, and with more moisture being transported into our vicinity, we're going to be looking at cloud cover hanging around and thickening up throughout the day. And it looks as though the vast majority, if not all of the rainfall, will be holding off until very late this afternoon, until after sunset and throughout the overnight hours. We can get a look here across the region to kick things off, folks. The White Squirrel Weather Nest Cam overlooking WKU and Bowling Green. We've already got some of the cloud cover out there, folks, streaming in here out of the west. It is already thickening up out there. So you can be set overlooking the Beechtree News Sky Cam over in Morgantown. So pretty much across the entire region, folks, it's got us socked in out there. And temperatures have dropped, not terribly with the cloud cover, but we do have some chilly readings out there this morning. Firmly located at the 40-degree mark. We're going to be taking highs up to right around the mid-50s as we get into this afternoon, but combine that with the winds that'll be staying up out there, it'll feel a little bit colder than that, all right? Major cold shot is going to unfold as we work throughout our Thanksgiving, but more importantly, on into Friday and through the weekend. Folks, we'll be getting more into this here in just a moment. It's going to be extraordinarily cold from this time of year. We're also going to have some light snow that is still in the forecast as well. Take a look at that. Clear as mud, right? Nice portraying of the surface map this morning. Folks, we got numerous weather makers located across the Great Plains and points westward. Thus is going to result, as these weather makers track eastward, the chance for rainfall that is going to increase for us, okay? So first and foremost, let's get a look at the big picture, if you will, and let's break all of this down. High pressure is going to very quickly nose off to our east here this morning. That's going to allow for this deepening low, and watch the southeastward track it takes, and then it's going to bow right up through the heart of our region. Here we are working throughout today. We get into this afternoon, and folks, again, by mid to late afternoon, we might have a few rain showers or sprinkles that impact us, but I think the vast majority, if not all of us, should remain bone dry. It's not going to be until we work throughout the overnight here, and as we get into the very early pre-dawn hours of Thanksgiving morning, we're going to see this low cut right across the region. Folks, it's been displaced a bit down to the south and east, so it's going to mitigate the heaviest rainfall down in that direction. It looks like we're just going to have to deal with these pesky light to moderate gusty rain showers at times throughout the overnight. But as you'll see here, folks, as we continue to put this into motion, on the back side of this weather maker, wrap around moisture, brisk northwest winds. It is not going to be an ideal weather forecast for any outdoor activities throughout the Thanksgiving Day holiday, all right? So let's jump right into it, and let's break down the short-term model guidance first and foremost. Here we are looking at today, folks. We've got very dry low layers of the atmosphere that should keep us, bulk of us, dry. You can see here by mid-morning, we got this little skirt of a disturbance here that's going to be stretching from Evansville south and east towards London and points eastward there, where we got this band of rain showers that's going to impact. However, you'll note during the afternoon, we might get a few light rain showers that impact the region, but it's not going to be until after sunset, as you can see here, that the widespread light to moderate rainfall will be taking over. We might get in on a stray rumble of thunder, folks, but it looks like instability is zilch, keeping with the same weather pattern that we've seen throughout the bulk of fall season. Here comes the low pressure system that's going to try to pinwheel here off to the north and east, and here on the back side of that, folks, is the wraparound moisture. Although model guidance is not picking up on it, folks, as they tend not to do, the very, very low layers of our atmosphere is going to remain trapped with a very shallow layer of moisture. Okay, Landon, why is that important? Well, as you work throughout the Thanksgiving Day holiday, it looks like the rain's out of here, folks, but unfortunately, it looks like it could stay a little damp. You combine the very shallow low layer of moisture, and we've got these brisk northwest winds screaming in here. That is going to create just enough forcing to keep the pesky drizzle or a mist around. It would appear to be at least through lunchtime, at least not later into the Thanksgiving holiday, all right? So coming along with that, we're going to look at wind chills. Today, real-time highs in the mid-50s, but look at our wind chills. We're going to hold the real-time feel right around the upper 40s to the 50-degree mark for most. And then, folks, we get into our Thanksgiving Day holiday. Here we are getting past sunrise, and we roll on into the mid-morning hours, on into the afternoon. Those brisk northwest winds, despite highs right around the mid-40s tomorrow, we're not going to be escaping likely the low to mid-30s for wind chills. So give you plenty of time to stay in and eat that second or third helping of your delicious Thanksgiving meals. Now let's shift gears and let's talk about after we get this weather maker out of our hair, if you have any, that is. We look at the weather maker that's going to be pouring in here, and we have this monster trough that's going to be taking over the eastern tier of the United States. You can see this large surface low up here. And this is going to pinwheel and stream down these little clipper systems out of the north and west, all right? Our northwest flow aloft is going to be our guider here on our weather pattern. And take a look at this little blip of snow as we work throughout our Friday and we get into our Saturday. Here we are looking at Saturday morning right around lunchtime, and you can see this little lobe of very shallow moisture that's coming along with intense, brisk northwest winds and below freezing temperatures as we work late into Saturday afternoon, on into Saturday night. And folks, the Euro continues to paint the bullseye right across the Wobbles community for a minor snowfall Saturday night into the very early morning hours of our Sunday, okay? Now, folks, it's not going to be a lot, but with where we're seeing temperature profiles dipping all the way down between the upper teens and lower 20s Saturday night, any snowfall whatsoever that falls is going to be able to stick, okay? Now, we're not expecting much in amounts. Maybe right now guidance is hinting at a sparse dusting up to less than an inch of total snowfall. But folks, whenever you throw in readings down into the upper teens and lower 20s, this could definitely lead to impacts and concerns regarding slick travel. So this is definitely going to be a weather maker we keep very close eyes on. But wait, there's more. Keep your eyes here off to the north and west, folks, as we get late into our Sunday evening, and then we work into Monday of the new work week. We get into Monday morning, and then we work into Monday afternoon with temperatures still flirting right around the freezing threshold. The Euro brings another clipper with a cold shot, with a bullseye right across the great Commonwealth of Kentucky again throughout our Monday on into Monday evening. And then, folks, we get more clipper systems later in the week. We're going to have to keep very close eyes on this, folks. You talk about a major cold shot for this time of year. We're still a few weeks out, around 3 weeks out from the official start of the winter season. We're going to have numerous weather makers, folks, that we have to keep an eye on starting this weekend, rolling into next week, with the opportunity of some minor snow accumulations that could be coming along with that, all right? Getting back and reeling back here to the short term, we're looking at the chances for our rainfall and maybe a storm or two overnight into our Thanksgiving. We are not forecasting any sort of severe weather whatsoever. As previously mentioned, folks, with the displacement of the low further down to the south and east, it's very likely none of us is going to get in on any thunder or lightning with this. It's just going to be an annoying light to moderate scattered gusty rain showers going to be coming along with that. As promised, folks, those rain totals have gone down with the low shifting off to the south and east. We're looking at anywhere, folks, from around 1/10 of an inch up to at most 1/2 an inch of total rainfall before this weather maker finally gets out of here. Here's a full breakdown of your next 6-day weather forecast thanks to Ohio Valley Insurance. We get cloud cover on the uptick throughout today. It's going to remain thick out there. And then hit and miss rain chances this afternoon, highs around the mid-50s. Widespread light to moderate rain showers overnight. Drizzle continues throughout our Thanksgiving Day holiday. Brisk northwest winds holding wind chills down into the 30s. More sunshine on Friday, but even colder. Highs on Saturday, mid and upper 30s, and then scattered light snow chances throughout the Saturday night time frame. Minor accumulations will be a possibility. And then we're trapped down for highs, folks, between the low and mid 30s Sunday into Monday of next week. Folks, it's going to do it for your Thanksgiving Eve weather or not forecast, brought to you by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other.